I've been hearing some reports coming out about promoter Ben Shalom saying things about the Ben Whittaker and Liam Cameron situation. It's kind of weird that he's still speaking on it because, from my viewpoint, the fight has been over with for a while now, and the comments he said recently are something that you probably would have thought you would have heard after the fight, but it's not. But I'll go ahead and say the comments are kind of funny because it's almost as if people are trying to undermine what, and I said people, I didn't say specifically this guy, just that people overall is trying to undermine what Liam Cameron did in the fight. And when you hear a lot of things, it comes back to the situation as far as him. I don't know how he was describing the way what Liam Cameron did in that fight. He was talking about need and everything else, and tried to make it seem like that it was all on Ben Whittaker why the situation went the way it went. It is all on Ben Whittaker. He should have went out there and actually performed and tried to win the fight. He didn't try to win the fight in my eyes. And the fact that we having a rematch right now, or are in talks about a rematch, yeah, it was a difficult night and everything as far as what Ben Whittaker, but this dude is talking about him having big brand deals and commercial brands flying at him and money that no fighter at this stage of their career usually sees. So basically what you're saying is you done paid somebody you don't even know that's ready yet. Because that's what popularity gets you. Popularity in boxing will forever ruin the sport of boxing. Because the dollars start flowing in because of popularity, but bad performance, the dollars will stop flowing in because of a bad performance. Dollars flowing in because of certain performances, but then when these guys fight a certain fight, they look bad. And then promoters got to use excuses. The reason why I don't feel sorry or I don't use excuses is because these same promoters will sit up here and throw another fighter under the trash that's not, throw another fighter under the bus that's not their fighter. And just like they're doing now. Like, bro, why are people trying to sit up here and act like Liam Cameron? They sit up here and make this dude quit and jump out the ring. Come on, man. Like, stop playing. That's what I'm saying. I can't even take this situation serious as far as what people talking about. The way they're talking about the fight, it's almost as if why even have a rematch? Because y'all already done robbed Liam Cameron, and then he gonna jump in the ring and get robbed again. Because the way these people are talking, they talking as if somebody did something to Ben Whittaker. Like he's suffering because he's one of the highest paid prospects of all time, and he only has 8 or 9 fights. He's at almost a 50% knockout rate. He hasn't even upped his competition yet. And they're talking about because he had a neck injury and everything else. He got a lot of injuries, neck, ankles. It's a lot of things. There's a lot of things I'm starting to see. But people trying to make it seem like, didn't this article talking about some Cameron didn't produce any fireworks or pose any particular complicated problems, but he was neat, tidy, and determined. What is neat, tidy, and determined? Boy, do y'all hear this crap? Oh, and this ain't no, this is an American thing. Nah, this is a European fighter they're talking about like this and disrespecting him. This dude went out here and bust Ben Whittaker's tail, embarrassed him, made him jump out the ring. Haven't even seen him. This dude's promoter got to speak up for him. Like, bro, you know you ain't got no good team around you when the people that's around you won't even get up and speak for you. They won't even jump out and be like, hey man, Ben's fine. He just got this. They won't even say that. He held his shape during the early stages of the fight. He held his shape during the early stages of the fight and was able to steadily ratchet up the pressure as the rounds ticketed. Okay. They talking about danger to people's reputations and stuff. Bro, what this got to do with boxing? See what I'm saying? Like, a lot of this stuff going on, people always say, oh man, well, this fighter, yeah, you guys had, especially fighters I be supporting. For some reason, every fighter I support, people be attacking them 24/7. This guy jumped out the ring and everybody acting like they don't know what happened. They're talking about rematches and it was a draw. How was that a draw when a man that was losing the fight jumped out of the ring? Ben Whittaker was not winning that fight. He was doing nothing particular to win that fight. He tried to showboat in the second round, almost got his nose knocked off. So there's nothing that really showed me anything in that fight. The media is doing a good job covering from him. And I don't appreciate it because it shows the biasness between all things. See, people think it matters about race, creed, color, all the other stuff. That don't really matter. What matters is who's on whose side, who's promoting who. That's all that matters. That's all. And at this time right now, bro, it ain't nothing to talk about. Ben Whittaker talked all that stuff leading up to the fight. To be honest with you, Liam Cameron met him with the same energy. He was letting him know, hey, when we get in the ring, just do the same thing. I'm not Ezra. If y'all don't know who Ezra is, go look at Ben Whittaker's resume. But he's like, I'm not Ezra. And when he said that, I'm like, yeah, he's not Ezra. He's definitely not Ezra. And that's when that's what confirmed me then, because I'm like, Liam Cameron thinking the same thing I'm thinking. Whoop. He is not Ezra. And Ben Whittaker went out there and got whooped. And I should have won my bet because Ben Whittaker was the one who sat up here and jumped out the ring. And then this dude got a draw. Then y'all still went on the judge and gave Liam Cameron a draw. This man supposed to have the biggest upset of the year. Robbing a man like that. And you think I'm going to be the first one to protect someone else's reputation? Ben Whittaker should be the first one speaking up right now. This is any other fighter, people be sitting up here, oh, he needs to explain. He needs to explain this. When Deontay Wilder had this situation, people was, oh, he needs to explain. I heard he had a heavy suit. It was a newspaper or some article or some reporter that said, oh, that he said he lost because he had a heavy suit. So you mean to tell me a reporter saying that Wilder had on a heavy suit causes more ruckus in the UK and the United States more than a guy jumping out of the ring with another fighter in his arms and potentially having career-ending injuries happen to him and the fighter? Allegedly, because people ain't even admitted that he grabbed him and jumped out the ring. So now we gotta act like we didn't see what we saw. Now I have to literally sit up here and act like I didn't see what I saw because the media won't even report that the guy jumped out the ring. That's why I was careful saying the quitting stuff. I'm like, quitting? I'm not finna say the quitting stuff because they're not even admitting that he's jumping out the ring. So I might end up saying, hey man, he quit. They'll be like, oh, well, he never quit. So right now it looks like most fans are trying to slide towards the media because, you know, a lot of these fans, they definitely worship promoters. So if their favorite promoter comes out and says, oh, well, this guy didn't jump out the ring or he's fine, he just had a neck injury and he'll be able to bounce back in a rematch, blah, 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 and we thought this and that, all kind of coward stuff, man. It's all kind of lies being told in boxing these days. They don't get it together soon, everybody gonna start exposing it because it's becoming obvious. Just let the best man win. Is boxing about the best man winning no more? Or is it about getting, meeting your quota or whatever? Is it about quotas? What are we doing? Finance books in boxing? Because this is all I be hearing when I hear about these prospects and these excuses. Because when other guys go through this, who's especially not promoted at a high level. That's why I'm saying when you're a boxing promoter, yeah, you probably have the money or investors, but at the end of the day, you still have to have a talent to pick the right talent. Your talent has to be to pick the right talent. You can't sit up here and say, well, I spent this amount of money on this fighter, so that means I need uh, to be able to get this money back through this. Because a lot of people are not trying to benefit off certain things, and I can't just let a fighter, whatever, man, the case is. Cameron earned this opportunity. He should be going into this fight as a winner, and with a belt. And the opportunity was just not, it was taken away. It just wasn't granted. And they're saying, oh, well, we'll get him next time. Yeah, but next time, that scoring needs to be right, man. I don't care about, to be honest with the Ben Whittaker stuff, I already knew he was going to get washed. So I ain't worried about that. Y'all the ones who was sleeping on Liam. But me hearing about all the excuses, quit giving this man excuses. Let him speak up for himself. If he's hurt, then he wasn't hurt before he jumped out the ring, allegedly. He wasn't hurt before he landed on his neck or back, whatever it was. He wasn't hurt before then. If that was Liam Cameron that would have did what Ben Whittaker did, everybody be making a fuss about it and how he needs to. This is not wanted in boxing. It was obvious that the man jumped out the ring. Oh, I can't believe Cameron would do something like that. So people would definitely be losing their mind. So to be sitting up here and everybody like, well, I don't know about being in there. You don't know. What you don't know? Your eyes don't work? What you don't know? I thought you need your eyes to report the boxing news. In boxing news, especially if you're somebody who break down stuff, you need your eyes. So why your eyes ain't working right now? That's what y'all trying to tell me? You can't use that to break down a situation or look at this whole situation to see that it's a farce? Yeah, man. Y'all better, you better analyze a lot of stuff that's going on right now. Because a lot of these people that are getting propped up and everybody's saying that they're in certain positions, that they're this type of fighter or this type of guy, they're going to get exposed. All that hype. It's the reason why a lot of people don't talk trash or showboat. It's a good reason why a lot of people do not showboat. And I'm going to say this right now. Those days with Ben Whittaker showboating, his showboating days are over. His showboating days are over. And I ain't saying that because I got a problem with him. His showboating days are over. There's no way you're going to be able to go through the process and showboat like that. It was already a problem before. And people talking about like, oh, well, Prince Nassim Hamed and everything else. No disrespect, but Prince Nassim Hamed, he wasn't doing that in front of no Roy Jones or nobody. So it's certain competition you can do that in front of to be 100 with you. Now, if he was fighting Pacquiao back in the day, he wasn't going to be doing that in front of him. So it's only certain people you can actually even do that in front of anyways. That's like an entertainment thing. That's not going to win you a fight. It'll get you beat up. I've seen a lot of guys in America do it in the past and had a lot of success as well. But you got to be a high-skilled boxer, though. You actually got to be somebody with a lot of talent and skill and work ethic. Can't just be in shape and throw a lot of punches. And you got to know your opponent. Ben Whittaker did not respect his opponent at all. At all. He was talking about the guy who just beat Liam Cameron. Oh, Lyndon Archer, when he said that, I was like, yeah, the dude has no respect for his opponent, man. This is going to be bad for him. This is going to be bad. He does not respect his opponent. I don't know how he's going to make it. And as we see now, this whole situation, I keep seeing the promoters come out, speaking on Ben Whittaker's situation. Man, who cares, man? He got to build himself back up, man. It's a wrap. We don't have time to be making excuses for certain people because of the position they in. This shouldn't happen in any part in boxing. Flipping over the ropes like that happened before. Now we got to put a cage in the boxing ring.